today I'll be talking about golf etiquette. I'd like to go over some rules and expectations out on the golf course, especially for a beginner going out for their very first time. Alright, to begin with, to play a round of golf, you must have a tee time reservation. You could either make one the day of, but most of the time you will not find a good tee time to fit your needs on the day of, so I would recommend booking a tee time at least 48 hours in advance. Next up is dress code. You must be wearing some sort of collared shirt when out on a golf course, whether it be a quarter zip like this or a full polo like this one. Another miscellaneous tip is the pace of play. Pace of play is really important for most courses. It's anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, maximum about 4.5 hours, and you can get in trouble if you are playing too slow. Next up, I would like to talk about some more friendly etiquette when you're playing against your friends or just you're paired up with a stranger. One of them is yelling "for" when your ball is close to hitting someone out on the course. Let's say you hook a shot or you slice a shot and it's over by a tee pad or a fairway from another hole and you're close to someone, you do and you should yell "for." Next up is when you are putting, when you're on the green, watch your shadow for your opponent's line. You don't want your shadow to be bothering them at all. And then last but not least is you should not be talking while someone is swinging. Whether that be on the tee pad or putting. Once again, you should be silent during that moment to allow them maximum fire. I'd like to talk a little bit about course etiquette. To begin with, there's divots. This is created when someone makes a swing and contact and they take out a piece of grass, a little patch of grass. Essentially what you want to do is on every golf cart there's a little cup of sand. What you do is you pour that sand in your divot and that will help the grass grow more efficiently. Next up, there's the pitch marks, which is more specifically on the greens. This is when you have a shot that lands on the green so rough that it creates a little crater, you could say. For this, you want to carry a divot tool right here. This is called the divot tool. What you do essentially is you poke around the pitch mark, push upwards, and then you could tap it either with your putter or your shoe. In addition to that, there's bunkers. When you land in the bunker and after you are done hitting, what you want to do is grab the rake, which is usually around the bunker, and rake the spot that you're walking at and where you hit at. Finally, there's the cart path rules. When it rains, it can make the fairways or the grass very swampy, so at times courses will require the players to only use a cart path, so that is another course etiquette rule right there. Alright, last but not least, I'd like to go over a little bit of more gameplay etiquette and the rules when playing. I'd say one of the biggest rules at this time is the play it as it lies. It's a huge quote in golf. Essentially what it means is you should not be moving the ball from where it lands, whether it be picking it up, moving it forward, backward. You should not be touching the ball at all, and you should play it how it has landed from your prior hit. The only instance where you could pick up the ball and move it is on the green, where once again you will be using a marker to mark your ball. That way you could clean it or line it up. In addition to that, while we're on the topic of the greens, you should not be walking in between someone's ball and the hole on the green, as that could create little divots, you could say, with your shoe, which could affect their putt. So do not walk in your opponent's putting line. Super important. In addition to that is do not spend a long time looking for your golf ball. There is a rule in particular for this. You should not be exceeding 5 minutes looking for your golf ball, and once again this does take into play the pace of play. You should be done with most courses anywhere from 3.5 to about 4 hours. Okay, so I've gone over 3 types of etiquette so far. There is the friendly etiquette, the course etiquette, and then the gameplay etiquette, along with a few miscellaneous tips. This is about all you need to get out onto the golf course. If it's your first time, I believe this video will benefit you greatly. Once again, show up early, show up dressed properly, and show up ready to play, most importantly. Make sure you practice before you go out to play. That way the group behind you is not waiting a long time and you can keep up with that pace of play. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.